Hi, welcome to the StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as Janitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 256. I like that number. It's a nice binary number.
Yes.
256. How have you been?
Busy.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement here.
Yeah. Under stress.
Yep.
Not necessarily anything to do with the retreat, just that's added on to the other stuff that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
We have insurance things going on.
Those are never fun.
Yeah. So,
yeah. 'Tis the season for me with soccer and birthdays and the school stuff, work stuff, retreat stuff.
mm-hmm.
I think this year the retreat has snuck up on me faster than it has in the past. Like I am definitely like waking up in cold sweats in the middle of the night and being like, we haven't gotten this yet. Where is it? You know, like things that we've ordered but maybe not have gotten here yet, sort of things like, and then I'll sit up and zing. And obviously, you know, I don't have to have a piece of paper. I can like type it into my phone and whatever, but then I think it's just that adrenaline rush. It's hard to get back to sleep, right? Like I've had like a mini panic attack and I'm writing down the thing that made me have the mini panic attack, but I just can't get back to sleep. So yeah, this year has definitely, it feels like the retreat has really snuck up on us. That's not to say that we're not prepared. We're completely prepared. I just feel like my brain hasn't caught up with the fact that it's next week.
Yeah. I think, yes, this is correct. I think the weather might have had a lot to do with that. It's just a really weird winter
/ immediate summer / now it's starting to feel like spring again.
Yeah. So our brains are like, it's here. I mean, there was no gradual bring up to that, like feeling like, oh, it's just around the corner. No, it was like, oh, it's so cold out. There's no way it's right around the corner. And then boom, it's so hot.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so we've got a birthday in my family. We celebrated it this past weekend because Quentin went down to be with my mom for a week. So he is down in Iowa. The first time he's been away from home. And so he'll be coming back up with my mom when she comes for the retreat. Yeah, but he's going to be away for his birthday. So we kind of did some celebrating this past weekend. We had soccer games as we normally do on Saturdays. Then we went out to eat and went to a Med City the Med City Mayhem soccer game. It was a little rainy, but it let up by the time we were at the soccer game. So yeah, he's still working on riding his bike, and yeah, it was a good time. We did a little bit of bike riding, and that was good. So, how about you? Done anything interesting other than working and soccer? You went out for ice cream with the team.
Well, a team ended up just being a couple of the girls because I didn't plan ahead very well, and a lot of the parents had already had plans with their kids afterwards. Wasn't necessarily ice cream. It was like, oh, we got to meet so and so, or we're headed up to the cities.
Yep.
So it was like, well, we got one girl that would come with us, so we got our tradition in with that, and it was fun.
Yeah. No, Ellie's team, the parents played the girls Thursday night. It was like
fun.
Yeah, it's a couple of Ellie's teams have done that, like as a tradition. They the parents play the kids, and we did really good against them. I had a goal that I scored that I was super proud of, but then they allowed the girl on Ellie's team goalkeeper to say, oh no, she was behind the line, she caught the ball, and then she stepped back, and then she still was like, oh no, the ball wasn't over. I wasn't going to be that parent that was like, let's not let them cheat, but they completely turned around like then I don't know if the other team, there was a lot of girls missing, it felt like because school had gotten out and people had vacations and whatever. So I don't know if the other team didn't have some of their star players or whatever, but every single forward on Ellie's team scored a goal in the last game, and a couple of the midfielders as well. Okay. So yeah, like no, it wasn't like one girl going down and scoring all the goals, like every single one. It was like the perfect way to end the season. I was so happy and proud for them. So
yeah, we had a very evenly matched last game. So it was a tie by the end. Unfortunately, it was the other girls coming back rather than our girls coming back. But yeah.
And you were coaching? No. Okay. I was gonna say that my daughter keeps on giving me a hard time. You would do such a great job, and I want you to be a coach. And I think she thinks that means that I'll let her play the position she wants to play and whatnot. But I think I might do it for the fall. I don't know. It's a bit much with 3 kids in soccer to think of me being like also the person organizing one of the kids' practices. But this time of year, there's no way. I have to know my limits as a employee and a mom and a runner of a retreat. So. Yeah. Bit cray-cray.
Maybe fall.
Yeah. All right. Well, we did have a little bit of Administrati to do. We have the Happy Scrappy Cow, and it is now June, as we are infinitely aware. We had 2 through 200 entries. We have this vintage, no longer being made Girl Cave bag with some pretty birds with a nice little eggplant aubergine in the inside, and Dreams in Fiber Zombie Apocalypse 2015. Again, another vintage skein. And then one of my patterns. So 2 through 200, Scrappy Happy Cow. I random number generator drew 156, 63, and 18. So 156 is Phoenix Fire, 63 is Scully B, and 18 is Annetta T. Cool. So contact me with your preference of yarn, bag, or pattern, and I'll get those out. And thanks to everyone for Scrappy Happying it up. Yep. All right. So Administrati has been administered.
Cool. So finished objects. Did I have these done last time?
I believe you did.
Okay.
Talked about for your ants.
Yes.
They're bulletproof.
Yes.
New yarn base.
Yep. They're bulletproof. The Blue Moon Fiber Arts Tigger Targi, and a stitch pattern from the book from Bristol Ivy. And yeah, so very cool. They're done. The ends aren't woven in, but I don't think I've finished anything else since then.
Okay.
Everything else is kind of still in progress.
Okie doke. I have finished the full set. I have to hide them in here because
You have a cat?
Yes, I have a kitten, and if I don't hide them in here, I come out in the morning and I have a note that says Sullivan was playing with this, and so I hid all the socks away, but I left the note out, and then Sullivan, very meta, was playing with the note that said Sullivan was playing with this. Yeah. So I thought that was mildly entertaining. So I think I had the slip splash slides done last time, so some fun rollers there. The Sock Synergy collection. I think at the time I was working on the Belong Together.
Yeah,
maybe.
sounds about right.
With some of the same yarn that's in this one. And I think I had the Expanding Community done last time as well. So there's those. I'm going to make her take pictures. I just haven't had the time for some odd reason. And then I finished, the Belong Togethers were on the needles. I got those done. And yeah, just totally loving the solid heels and toes and roller at the top, and then the patterning, and then the micro stripes on the bottom. Especially with that variegated. And then last but certainly not least, the Rise Up. This is leftovers from my Find Your Fade. Is pretty Pretty Little Zombies, I believe, from Lolo Did It, and the green that we argued whether or not was Yarnakukin or something else.
Yes.
So again, these aren't showing them off very well because all of these patterns do well kind of stretched on your foot a little bit, which is how you want them to be pretty, but they bunch up a little bit when they're not. So, and she will be happy to take the pictures so that she can
Wear them.
Wear them, yes, because I don't allow them to go on walkabouts without being photographed. Otherwise, I forget.
Yep.
And it never happens. And it's like it never happened.
Was that it?
That was it.
Well, we do have bigger projects that are
kind of sitting in our laps.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I struggled with this design. So
okay.
There was a lot of using of different weights of yarn and trying different stitch patterns, and so yeah.
Yeah. So I got a little bit further on
still
that. Yeah. Still enjoying it. I haven't decided if I have enough to do like a 7 or a size 11, like small, what do you want to call those, like the rollers, or if I want to do them for my feet, or if I want to do smaller ones for my feet, I don't know. So once I get to the heel, for me, I will decide whether I can move on or not, but I'm not quite there. I have the Mrs. Watson, and I am getting to the point where you don't increase your stitch count anymore, which is very, very nice. Yes. And so the patterning has complicated a little bit, but I know that the end is near. And I hope so, because I'm more than halfway done with the pink, which is the main color. And yeah, I'm a little concerned about that. So these are Mrs. Crosby and the Mrs. Watson. And
lots of
Hollywood.
Cerise? I don't know. Cerise.
Cerise?
And I'll rise up.
But the majority of what I've been working on is this lace. So it is getting bound off, but the bind off process is not a small task on this. And so it is super pretty, getting really close, but all of the extra crocheting along the edge. I chose the crochet, so this pattern comes with a crocheted edging or a picote bind off, and I chose the crochet. I figured it would be a little bit more intuitive for me. But we'll see.
Being a hooker and all.
Well, being former
a retired hooker.
Yeah.
Accidental tassels.
Yeah.
Sorry, I still chuckle at that to myself every now and then when I think about tassels.
So, anyway, it has like extra doohickeys on the end. I want to say they wanted to elongate the points, so they have you adding a bead to a long loop on the end. So that'll be really interesting when it gets all blocked out. But it makes for quite the extensive bind off. I still have a lot to go. But the wedding is a long ways off. I priced tickets out to this wedding, and it was $700, and I still had to drive an hour and a half from the airport. So I'm like, hopefully those prices go down. I'm not like terribly optimistic that they're going to get sub 500, but if we can get closer to 500.
And how far out is it?
It's in Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh, I mean, how far out is
airport.
The date?
Oh, October.
Oh, so you've got a little bit of time for some rates to go down.
Yes, I do have time. So maybe early August I can look again, cross my fingers. And I did want to, like, I was really hoping for a decent price now so I could get that off my plate. As far as, like, I need to book those tickets so I'm not, like, sending apologies instead of going, right? Like, I need to get tickets.
Mm-hmm. And the shawl was for the bride?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. So the shawl will be going for sure?
Yes.
Even if it's without you?
Oh, I'm going. I'm going.
Going.
It's just, you know, it's kind of like hard to buy tickets when they're that high.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, psychologically.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to, I'd put the money down. It's
And
just
that's
like,
for
I
your
got
family
time.
of 4, right? Or is that just you and...
No, we're going to have help, and so we're going to go down just as a couple. So
I see.
It,
So that's why. I was like, that doesn't seem too bad, but not a family of 4. Just 2.
well, $700 was per person.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, that isn't good.
Like, no. Don't misunderstand me. This was astronomical prices.
Huh. Wonder if something is going on at that time.
I don't think so. We just wonder if it's a smaller regional airport and just doesn't have very many flights in and
Going
out,
in and out.
so you pay a premium.
Yeah.
But I did look around, and New Orleans at the same time was just as bad, like 600. You know, so still not saving very much money. Memphis was better. That was $500. I'm just trying to triangulate around the actual location, and Jackson is the closest, according to the bride. It's just, and you know, I wouldn't mind New Orleans, but again, it would have to be a significant savings because it's a 4-hour drive from New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a trip within a trip,
Yep.
just to get somewhere. So.
Yep. And then you have to do that on the way back too. Which
Oh,
means
yeah.
That, yeah.
I'd have to take an extra day, I think.
Yep.
If that were the case, just to be able to drive one day and fly the next. I don't think I could do that drive and fly
Yeah.
on the way home. Anyway, that's my woes, and plus the insurance woes, but it's just a matter of getting things called.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's only a matter of time, which we just have epic amounts of.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, I wanted to mention my Keep Shining top is coming out this week. I told myself once I got the Zombie Knitpocalypse survival guide out that I would get that published. Yes, it's been tech edited, it's been test knit, everything's been, I's have been dotted, T's have been crossed. It's just been sitting there waiting for me to put it out, and so I need to do that. I believe I'll have a coupon code out on Instagram. I have not yet decided on the amount, but I'm pretty sure, because I'm calling it the Keep Shining top, is going to be SHINE will be the coupon code. So if you see it published and you just want to surprise yourself and not go out on Instagram and find out what the discount is, you could type in SHINE, and goodness me, there'll be a discount of some sort. I think maybe I went southern there with you. Yeah, people from the south are like, no, you just sounded like a goober. You didn't sound like somebody from the south. So that's going out. I've got this shawl design is out to the tech editor, and I've got some. Because you're just doing the same thing over and over again, I'm not optimistic that the test knitters will get through the total, but to weigh it. So you get to the halfway point and then you start decreasing down. And so I may or may not have it ready for ZK. The hope was to have it ready for ZK, but again, I was tinkering and futzing and couldn't help myself. Absolutely love the combo of this yarn. Again, I couldn't not show it on the podcast because I need to be knitting on it as we're talking. But I don't know that I'm going to talk too much about it because I want there to be a little bit of mystery.
Okay.
So you'll see it as I'm flipping it if you're a ZKer and you're like, huh? But this is the Yarn Hoarder colorway from Leading Men Fiber Arts. I'm absolutely loving it paired with this Sassy Pants. So in my head I'm like, Yarn Hoarder, Sassy Pants, Yarn Hoarder, Sassy Pants. And Sassy Pants is from Camel City Dye Works. Yeah, so she sent us a sample kit. I knit up one of my Love Alwayses, and that Sassy Pants was just talking to me. So then I had to get sassy pants in full skein. And it is now in a shawl. And I will show you the garter rather than maybe the interesting bits, but I just am really loving how every once in a while we get some dark blue pops through and some greens and blues. And yeah, it's just, it's an awesome colorway, that yarn hoarder, paired with sassy pants, y'all. And that's what I've been working on. I'm semi-delusional in my belief that I'm going to finish this up, and then I also have a gradient that I want to knit it up in, because it's going to have, you know, one solid color and then a gradient across, and I'm just in love with it. I'm in love with the name. I wish I could tell you guys about it, but again, I want there to be a reveal. So working hard on that, telling myself when I wake up in the middle of the night with like, oh, did that arrive yet? Type inquiries that I should just get up and knit on this, because I want to get it finished and get the other sample done. But you know, that's what you do when you wait to the last minute and keep changing things. Right? Like if I just stuck with my original, it would have not been what I wanted, but it would have been done. So, you know, there's that trade-off. But yes, I think the artistic process, you give yourself a little bit of artistic license, and sometimes that changes your deadlines. But I'm generally pretty good with deadlines when they are for other people. This is a self-enforced deadline. I told myself I was going to have a design for ZK.
Getting there.
Yeah, and I could have claimed Keep Shining, but no, this was what was in my mind. Susan is doing a magic cake swap instead of the minis, and even if it was still just minis, I think that this shawl paired with a solid would be really pretty with a magic cake. So, yeah.
I have a magic cake that I have not knit yet. That would be very nice.
Yes, I think
find myself a solid while we're there.
You could have a ZK-tastic magic cake extravaganza. But yes, yeah, I'll talk about it more, I promise, for anybody that isn't going to ZK for the grand reveal. If it gets there, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. Right? Okay. Yes. Okay.
There's over a week.
I need cheerleaders. This is gonna happen. It is gonna happen. So yeah. The codes might be scrawled in my own hand on scraps of paper, but you know, get it printed and in the goodie bags. Yes, it's gonna happen. All right. I think that this is my one and only work in progress, because I'm not allowing myself to work on anything else. Cool. Yeah.
Do you have any enabling?
I do not, madame. I am saving my dollars and pennies and stash space, which is the thing that's in the lease supply for our market, our fine market. I'm super excited about it. And to be honest with you, I just haven't had time to shop.
Well, there you go.
I know, right? It's like designing / retreat organizing as a way to keep yourself from shopping. Good. Yeah. Amy's like, I still found a way to shop.
I did. I think being super busy, sometimes you feel like, what am I doing all of this work
I deserve
for?
It.
Yes. And you say, I deserve it.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching people out at Maryland Sheep and Wool / Needles Up get their shop on, and during that time I saw some pictures from Amy Beth, and there was one bag in particular. It had really bright, like, goldenrod background with a black bird on it, and I really liked it, but it was in her like Aran sweater bag. I mean, it was in
ginormous. I use it as a bag to hold other bags.
Yeah. And so while I really fell in love with that print, I could not do that size. That size was just too epic for me. But she had pre-orders of this really great sheepy with all the little breeds on it, and it has their names kind of scrawled around them. So you can, like, Jacob's next to Jacob, and It's really, really cute. And so I got that in her regular sweater size because I only have her large wedges, I believe. Maybe small? No, large wedge. I don't know. I only have one particular size of hers. All my bags are that size. So this is the different size. And then...
So you're diversifying the Fat Squirrel bag portfolio.
Yeah, I mean, really liked the sheepy, and now that I see it in person, I do like that I got it. It's sheep-tastic, and they're more realistic looking sheep, but still very cute, as sheep are. Then my Eat, Sleep, Knit is going on, but I am having trouble with like what I need to get done with that KL. So I have 2 socks, and I think I need to like get them finished and put them on a scale or something. Get their yardage submitted, and but in all of this, I was getting their little magic tickets, their lottery tickets.
Yeah,
and I ended up having a stash of them. So when I sent them in and they got put up on there, I had $25.
Wow.
Like, whoa. So then they had their, what do you want to call it? Their exclusive colorways of the month. And they have Gone But Not Forgotten. This really pretty blue.
And that's from Western Sky Knits.
Yes, Western Sky Knits. It's a cashmere, I believe. Yeah, it's a 80-10-10. And that will be for the next month. They have exclusive colorway knit along. So this is one of the exclusive colors, so I should be able to knit along with that. And then purely because I've been knitting with lace and shawls and all sorts of fun, and have been drawn to a lot of yellow recently, I put this golden butter in my cart in a lace weight from Mrs. Crosby.
So lace weight on the brain.
Yeah. So this is like 840 yards. Yeah, that's a nice fine one. But I don't know. It was the color more than anything. Drawn to the yellows lately.
Beautiful.
That was it.
Okay, yeah, and then Sullivan is obsessed with smelling the packaging, and I had forgotten that the wonderful people at Bijou Basin Ranch had sent us some wonderful new bases and colors. So super cute yak yarn care instructions, hand wash, dry flat sticker, and a little yak. And then colorful eclectic. Dyed up some new bases for them. So this is, I believe it said new bases, or maybe it's just new colors.
I think it's just new colors.
Okay. Something. You want to come up here?
I mean, these are new to me. I haven't used these before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. New to me bases. Yak down and bamboo, 75% and 25% bamboo. 75% yak down and bamboo. New to miss. And then the other one is a gorgeous green in the, what is the colorway? Does it say? It just says colorful eclectic. But it's yak down and mulberry silk, 50-50. Super pretty. I love it. So yes, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, we've decided that's going to be the split.
Well, you said gorgeous, gorgeous, and I was like, well, I'd actually like to make something. So
okay,
having 2 of the same color would make it easier for me to find a pattern.
That's true. More yardage.
Yes.
There you be. Sullivan, you want to come over and say hi? He's gotten so big.
Yes, he has.
He's getting big.
The kids have accused him of being fat, haven't they?
They have, and I had to give them a little bit of a speech.
Yeah.
About like when we first met and adopted Sullivan, he was, starving to death outside in just 1 month of being recovered from that. And so let's not call him fat. He's just actually getting to be like a normal weight, and he's getting big. Like,
yeah.
And then I try to explain to them, you know, as toddlers, you guys got chubby, and then you grew tall, and then you got chubby, and then you grew tall. And I'm like, that's what Sullivan's doing. Nuh-uh, Mom, I never did that.
Find the pictures.
Yeah, exactly. And they're all because of Google on my phone, right? Like, so I can just bring up the, see? But we still have some older pictures, or we used to have some older pictures of the chubby toddlers.
And I found that process lasted beyond toddlerhood, you know, it just, anytime you had one of those growth spurts, it felt like, oh, we're kind of, I don't know, getting ready to grow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and yeah, my kids are, just so active. Jeremy, I've been telling Quentin that he can't go run with me because I didn't think he could run farther than a mile. And the other day he was bored. It was birthday weekend. It was Saturday, and he was like, I want to go and I want to get something from the Red Box. And I was like, okay, well, I need to go for a run. I could run to the Red Box and we could watch Peter Rabbit or whatever. And he was like, no, I'll run with you. And I was like, you know, Hy-Vee is like 2 miles, you know, a mile and 3/4 or 2 miles away. So that'd be like 4 miles round trip. I don't think you can do that. He ran the whole way with me, talking the whole time, mind you. Mom, this is this and that is that and that is why this is this. And he finally got like to where we were probably, you know, a mile out, and he's like, it's getting hard to breathe. I was like, honey, quit talking. Like, do you notice Mom's not talking while we're running along here? And he'd, you know, get out really far ahead, and then he'd kind of, you know, it was a yo-yo thing. He'd go a little fast and a little slow, so he's not as good at regulating. But on the way back, he was like a dog that I'd taught to heel, right? Like, he was like right on my side, right?
Yeah, just like Mom knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, like, let's not go too fast.
Right,
and yeah, but I don't, you know, how many 7-year-olds go out and run 4 miles with their mom? It's just like, and then Ellie goes and runs with me. We ran from Quarry Hill yesterday. They took their bikes out there and rode around. We went and saw Melissa's tree and Norma's tree, and then the new inside of Quarry Hill. Have you been in there since they've redone it?
No.
Yeah, a lot more like interactive, playful kids stuff. Anyway, if you're a Rochesterite, that might be interesting to you. And then we ran home from there. And, you know, she'd been biking everywhere and whatever, and I was like, are you sure you're going to be able to do it? It's going to be like 6-ish miles. Oh, no, I'll do it. Told me when I was 11 that I had to run a mile. I think the mile test at school was like, yeah. And then she's going out for mountain biking and not cross country. So I lost that fight.
What?
Yeah. I think Dad's promised her to buy paraphernalia rather than.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I get bike stuff if I do that. If I go out for cross country, I get running shoes, you know.
Yeah.
But we'll see. From what I've gleaned from her, she didn't understand Sully's trying to steal
my yarn.
Her yarn. No. She didn't glean that it was a choice. So she went to the informational session for mountain biking and didn't understand that precluded her from being in. Oh. No, Sullivan. That's Amy's yarn. Yarn thief strikes again.
He's really trying to take it all.
Yeah. I think we get to this point at night. The other night I fell asleep on the couch. I think it was when you were trying to text me, and all of a sudden Jeremy goes, Sullivan! And my pink yarn was he wants to play, right?
Right.
He's like, hey, I'm going to be playful, and so here I see that you don't like when I'm doing this, and so
you'll chase me.
Yeah, you'll chase me and you'll do stuff. So I'll. He has more energy than I think Max and Chaz had combined at that age
when they were little.
Yeah, when they were littles. Because I mean, the intensity and age, you know, the intensity of play and age kind of are closely tied, but he's just so playful. And you guys can't see what's going on, so I'm sure but he's like burrowing down into the couch. There's got to be something in here that I can bug them with. But anyway, so at the end we normally talk about ZK. I don't know how many people that are going to ZK that'll probably have time to watch this, because you're probably packing outfits and choosing what to wear. which is the same thing as packing outfits, but choosing your knitting to wear with said outfits, choosing where you're going to go eat. Did he walk past? Nope. To doing travel plans, right? Making sure that everything's tidied over at home. But we got the classes out there this Thursday, which will be the Thursday Flag Day, the 14th, my youngest son's birthday, is the day when you have unlimited class sign up. So if there was something that tripped your trigger that still has spots available, please do so. He's just walking back and forth behind us. Hi, dear. How are you? How are you? Oh.
Yeah, so, wow. I mean, that countdown has to be in single digits now, right?
Yeah. Well, Wednesday is early registration, which is, a day
pretty
away.
Much there.
8 days away. So, yeah. Our
Nice.
Yarny wedding's happening again.
So much to look forward to. And
yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the faces that we've seen every year and the faces that we've seen every other year, and new faces. Yes.
Yep. It's always a good mix, I think, and to have new people who maybe they don't even have a sense of the podcast or what we do, or knitting retreats. Like if it's their first retreat. I mean, just to have ours be the first.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Special.
Make sure. Ow! Please don't bite me, Sullivan. Oh no, we got toe biting going on. Make sure to watch the enabling episode, which has all of our fabulous door prizes and drawing sponsors, and we've got some swag that Amy's just going to sit here and laugh as I'm being foot tortured by my wonderful cat. I got you. But yes, super excited about the swag. See, he's not fat. He's a skinny boy. He's skinny. He's like, but I don't want to be here. You're holding me against my will. Okay, go. Super excited about that. We when we record that, we reveal all of the goodies in the goodie bags as well, and an exciting little extra this year that you guys might possibly have a opportunity to purchase extras. So all of that is in the enabling episode that will come to you close to the retreat, maybe a little after. Depends on whether or not I have the bandwidth to get it uploaded and ready to be published, and then I just have to hit a button during the retreat. Otherwise, I don't have time for it. I got no time for that. I got a Yarny wedding to be involved in. Yes. But classes and 5Ks and wine buses and oh my. So.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, lots of things to do.
Yep. So.
Bye.
Bye, Ufta.